enthusiastically optimistic.
Perky.
Noble, steadfast, and loyal.
Mischievous.
Mustache.
Spontaneous.
Decisive.
Industrious.
And never better.
My favorite childhood memory of you is when you planted the sunflower seed in the front yard and it grew about 10 feet. At least you looked 10 feet. I mean, the flower looked 10 feet beside you. You were so proud of that sunflower, and I think Daddy was too. So that's my favorite memory.
You surprised the hell out of me. You know, you never liked the water, and now you're up there sailing. And I guess that's the biggest thing about you. You surprised the hell out of me in life. Couldn't drive a nail, and all of a sudden you're helping me build a house. So you've surprised me all during your life with good things, good changes in your life.
Yeah, always there if you need him.
Favorite memory about Peter actually happens every year when we get a chance to catch up down the shore. There's a great joy in getting together and sharing stories and updates with the family. And there's a gift of being able to listen well, and Peter's probably the best at it of anybody I know.
How do I not bring up one of the funnier memories I have? I'll keep this brief because it gets a little too dicey trying to explain the details. 80 miles an hour on the back of a motorcycle on Landis Avenue, wearing a spaghetti pot and a colander for protection. Yeah.
I guess the most thoughtful memory is when we got married back in '82, August of '82. Unfortunately, Pete couldn't make the wedding because he was serving in the Peace Corps in Africa. But he sent us two gifts. One was a wedding card posted from Africa, and when we opened it up, white rice went everywhere. So that was his way of throwing rice at our wedding. The other was probably the most unique gift that we've ever received. It was the marriage wedding chain, which we still have to this day.
Still treasure, yeah. Still adore, and hangs in our home with love.
Yeah, so that's something we've had for now closing on 35 years. So that's hopefully, we like to think that that's part of the reason we're still together, because that chain is unbroken. Yeah, I know that's corny, isn't it?
It was a men's weekend in Cape May, and we were playing a drinking game around a large dining room table. And I think for some reason we had 4-man teams, and after every bout, the two remaining members would join up and somebody would take a break. And I just remember when Peter was called to participate, he came leaping from the kitchen and jumped onto the top of the table, knocking all the ping pong balls and the red drink cups off. But he slid across it like this and just stopped and smiled.
There's one other memory when Peter and I were out, we met a couple of girls, and one introduced herself as Gigi, and he said, "What a coincidence, my name is PP." Just like that. So all you need to know about Peter.
We had everybody up for a Christmas party to do decorations on our Christmas tree on not our first Christmas together, but probably the second Christmas. Pete was back from Africa, so you're talking '83, the Christmas of '83. We're having a good time, we're hanging decorations, and all of a sudden some song came on the radio, and Pete grabbed a dining room chair and started dancing with it. And not just for like a few seconds. He was having a relationship with his chair.
He continued the whole...
He continued, and nicely done too. We couldn't figure out if it was a waltz or what it was, but he was dancing with a chair. That was the fondest, weirdest memory that we have.
Still have the picture, just can't find it at the moment.
Yeah. So Pete, don't run for public office because we'll blackmail you.
One was the time when I surprised Peter in Liberia. I believe it was Kakata. He was sitting at a table in his kitchen. The window was open. And I came sneaking around back and popped my head up. And Peter did one of these, got up and screamed. And the joy that came from his face. It's a moment I never forgot.
The weirdest thing that I can think of that Peter did was shaving his head except for a top knot and then unveiling it at a party in Liberia. I believe he got a little bit of trouble for that one.
Another memory is that Peter and I like to backpack. We both sometimes get claustrophobic. And more than once, in the middle of the night, he and I have been sitting out by the fire, talking, trying to stay warm, and great memory to have.
My favorite memory of Peter, it would be his infectious laugh. If you've ever heard him laugh, you're joining in with him, and I really enjoy that.
And my favorite memory with Uncle Peter is when we were in Captiva and that school of Stingray came below us and all the kids are freaking out. I think it was me, Peter, and Jill. All of us were like, what are we going to do? And Uncle Peter totally was calm, cool, and collected and told us to not touch them because they won't touch us. And he was pretty much the only thing that saved us that day. So I think that's probably my favorite memory.
So my favorite memory is of Indian Princesses, where we would go together, just me and you, with other dads and daughters, to Camp Canadensis and Echo Hill. And it was a great experience learning how to camp, which was the first time I was really doing that. And I learned how to climb a rock wall, which is pretty horrifying for me. And I think you were quite encouraging. And it was also really fun. I remember when we would go out together and you taught me how to fish, and we would pick up worms beforehand, which is really disgusting. But all amazing experiences and really helped shape me into the person that really enjoys camping and backpacking today. So thank you for that.
I think I got to say something about the graduation party of Uncle Tomlin. It wasn't as much as that I first met Peter, but it was when the Clinton family and other cousins really met Peter for the first time. He was dating Kathleen. He was there for the outdoor party, and he was dressed in Kenyan Peace Corps type attire. As I recall, specifically mint green. It was a pantsuit, for lack of a better term, sandals, and of course the ever-present handlebar mustache was in full fling. And we, you know, there was nothing you could do. Knowing Peter for who he is, Pete, I had to give it to you. You were out in full feather that night.
A memory that always makes me think of you is when we went backpacking down in the Grand Canyon. Although it was only my second big backpacking hike, I didn't realize how monumental of a trip that is for backpackers. I was really happy that throughout my entire life you tried to cultivate me into loving the outdoors, and I'm really happy that I do love the outdoors because of it. From you taking me to Indian guides, to going kayaking, to going fishing. It's always been a part of our relationship, and I'm really happy about it. It's something that I'll always treasure that we did as a father and son.
We met at 23 East in Ardmore. It was Thanksgiving Eve, and I was there with Aunt Mary Beth and Uncle John and all of his friends, and you were there with a whole bunch of our friends that I also went to elementary school with. We were talking, and to hear you tell the story, I had on a very low-cut top, which I did not, and you had a big hole in your sweater, which you did not. But no surprises there. You've always been great at exaggerating our stories. The next day on Thanksgiving, I was with my family, and Mary Beth and Uncle John were there, and Uncle John was sharing how some of his friends wanted to get to know me, and all I kept asking was, well, what about Peter Lyon? And of course, at that time, you weren't interested in me, but it took you to about Christmas time, and you asked me out on our first date, Christmas Eve, and it was the best date of my life, and I've been lucky to spend the past 30 years with you, and I'm hoping to spend another 16 more years with you. I love you so much. Have a great birthday.
There we go.
Okay,
We're now
we
starting
think
the
we
video.
found this, how to do this video.
Happy birthday,
happy birthday, Pete.
60? Oh
Yeah,
my
we
gosh.
had
We
requested-
don't look a day over 40. I don't even
Well, I
know
don't
what
look
they
a day over 44, so
Yeah.
why shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the genes.
Hi, my little brother Peter. Happy birthday. You're 60. Oh, God. Of course, I wish you a long, happy, healthy life with Kate. I I wish you peace. I wish you retirement. And everything good and happy and healthy, because you deserve it all. So I love you very much. Thank you for being my brother, and happy 60.
Peter, happy birthday, my friend. 60 is quite a milestone.
As to what we wish for Peter going forward, good health, good friends to surround you, a loving family, and continue that adventurous spirit. Show us how it's done, Pete.
Happy 60th birthday, Peter, and I wish you many more. And I'm very privileged to be able to call you my friend.
I also wish for many more enjoyable men's nights, and glad to see that you'll be back in Cape May running your third men's night, or our 35th, I think. And many more years of good friendship. You are one of my best buddies and a very good man. And your family is very lucky to have you, and so are we to have you as our good friends. Happy 60th, old man.
My wish for you on your 60th birthday is to keep having so much fun that periodically you still do that thing that you do when you go, woo, woo.
My wish for you, Peter, for your 60th birthday is continued health. May you continue to get the tremendous joy and pleasure you get from your life. And I know you give a lot to other people. May you continue to receive their love back to you. My friend, happy birthday.
Well, I hope you had a happy 60th birthday, and I hope you have another 60. Bye, Dad.